Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Mississippi medical examiner Stacy Turner is under complete and utter scrutiny. Yeah, fam, they are on her head. Why? Because Stacy sent Nolan's body to DC with all kinds of parts missing. Yeah, fam. Yeah, see, when you're dealing with these big bad wolves, the best thing that you can do is expose them, especially when they're in these little small towns and places like Mississippi. These people, they run things differently. They have their own set of laws. They don't go by like regular laws that was meant for 2026 civilization. They're stuck in the 16th, 17th century. Yeah, fam. This woman right here, fam. This is Stacy Turner, medical examiner for the state of Mississippi. She was tasked with the duty of allegedly trying to discover what caused Nolan Wells' death. Okay. She is the one that's over the autopsy. And here's the thing, fam. The independent autopsy that was performed by Dr. Robert Mitchell, a world-renowned pathologist, it raised serious questions that deserves serious, and I mean dead serious answers. According to the preliminary findings, the independent pathologist could not determine Nolan Xavier Wells' cause or manner of death because critical evidence was unavailable for examination. And fam, we're going to get into some other stuff in a minute, but first, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what she did. Let me tell you what she did with the body, particularly. Among the reported limitations included that the body was received without the neck. Did you hear what I said? I said the body was received without the neck. The internal organs had already been dissected. The lungs, airways, stomach, and complete neck structures could not be independently evaluated. Toxicology was not provided for review. The examination could not independently confirm or exclude drowning. Neck injury could not be ruled out. Other contributing or intervening causes of death could not be ruled out. Because of those limitations, the independent examination states it could not exclude foul play. What I want to know is, fam, how the hell did she think the man was going to be able to do a complete autopsy if they were not going to send the body intact with all of the organs that need to be tested? We got the lungs. We know. Look, fam, you ain't got to be no pathologist. You ain't got to be no major coroner, none of that, to know that if you have a potential drowning victim, or you have a victim, or you have a dead body that is suspected of drowning, then you got to test the lungs. You got to test the throat. You got to test that neck area. Otherwise, you're not going to know. It would be impossible to find out. So why would she send that body, knowing especially that this case is under so much scrutiny? The eyes of the world is on this case. The eyes of the world is on Mississippi. The eyes of the world is on Stacy Turner. And she still did this. So imagine what she's doing when the cases are not high profile. If she can do that, if she can behave that way. And another thing, fam, they sent, there was documents released from, that was not in connection with the medical examiner's office, so I'll leave that alone. But in any event, you have this medical examiner who has also examined other bodies of Black people who had mysteriously ended up dead, right? Suspected being killed by white people. Look it up, fam. You ain't got to take my word. Look it up. There are several cases, specifically of Black males, killed or found dead, and the cause of death that Stacy ruled was undetermined. Stacy said, hey, undetermined. Hey, look here, undetermined. How in the hell does somebody get a job that important and they're that incompetent? Or some people might say that criminal. Some people calling her straight up criminal. Some people saying what she is doing is straight up criminal. Yeah, fam. I want you to take a look at that. You see that? That is the hyoid bone, right? The removal of the neck structure is very important because the body has one hyoid bone that helps support the neck structure. And it determines if a person was strangled. So, how can you even make that determination? I'm surprised the way that they're moving, the way that the state of Mississippi moving, the way the medical examiner's office is moving, the way Stacy is moving. I'm surprised she even sent the body with a head. I'm surprised I'm surprised the body had a head on it. I'm not feeling this at all, fam. I'm not feeling this at all. And then they also said that the body, when it was transported, a couple of nurses jumped online on social media and said that the body was transported face down. The body was transported face down. Total disrespect. Look, I ain't no EMS. I'm not in, what do they call them? Emergency services, first responders. I ain't none of that. But I ain't never, ever, ever seen a body, living or dead, transported face down. That is total disrespect. Total disregard for human dignity. Mississippi, when y'all gonna catch up with the rest of the United States of America? I mean, just be regular old racist. Not this going out of your way to kill and almost seem like you got some type of ritual going on. Almost like it's some type of rite of passage to kill Black folks and get away with it and make sure that your people get away with it. Like all your agencies kind of work hand in hand to look after each other, to cover. Yeah. When y'all gonna catch up? I mean, why y'all? Yeah, and this is bad. This is bad. The results are gonna come back. I do believe they're gonna try to protect themselves by saying that it's undetermined. They're gonna try to say the death was undetermined. I think that's what they're gonna do. I think straight up saying we suspect no foul play would be just way too brazen. So I don't think they're going to do that. I think that they're going to try to come back and try to find some middle ground and say undetermined. And that way she saved her job. She saves the department from being further scrutinized and investigated. And, she gets to also save her relationship with the people in her community who are uncivilized mutts, who think very little of Black people. It amazes me how Warren Hudson, who was interviewed yesterday by Officer Tatum, that he was to say that he and Nolan were best friends. Yet, when questioned about his relationship with Nolan's parents, he said, Well, he really didn't have one. He never been to their house. He's never been to Nolan Wells' house, but that's his best friend. Come on, fam. What best friend has you ever had in your life and you've never been to their house? You've never been to their house, not one time. But this has been your friend. And this is not just a friend for summer camp, okay? This ain't the friend you met for all you people that like to meet friends, and you meet friends very easily. As soon as you meet somebody today and say a couple of words, that's your friend. No. You introduce them, somebody else walk up, you say, yeah, this is my friend, such. No, not that. According to Warren, he and Nolan has been friends since elementary. But he ain't never been to Nolan's house. If he'll lie about that, he will absolutely lie about something else. Yeah, I don't trust him. I absolutely don't trust him. I don't care nothing about him talking to Officer Tatum, talking about we wasn't the only ones out there. There was other people. That don't mean I don't give a damn. There was 10,000 people out there with him. We know he came with y'all, and y'all left him by himself. Y'all left him. He came with y'all. So it don't matter how many other people were out there. They trying to make it seem like, oh, it wasn't us. It could have been anybody. We don't know who was out there. There was hundreds of people out there. We don't know. It was a lot of people out there. We don't know who if he did die, somebody killed him. It wasn't us, because it was a lot of other people out there. No. One of y'all or all of y'all had something to do with it. And keep waking up. The truth gonna come out. Y'all know that reward money is at 125 right now. And it may get a lot greater later. Really say, man, because it seems like that's what we need to start doing. Just putting rewards on it. Just put the money up, man. We got to get used to it. Just start putting the money up. Let's just start pooling our resources and putting a number on it. Somebody gonna speak, because that's the only reason why a lot of these people do a lot of things that they're doing now, accosting black folks and calling them all kind of names, and even when they shoot and kill, and then they get rewarded for bad behavior. So let's start punishing them by making sure that we put some rewards out there for good behavior for the people that come forward and tell what they know. Yeah. I'm down, fam. What say you? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.